Hey everyone, so today I've got a slightly different video. I've got a old HP Pavilion TX1000. I got this bad boy at a car boot sale near me, and today we're going to give it a nice little look over and see what this includes, because I can't find any information for this online. As you can see, it only comes up with different but similar options. Like, even if I just search for that, nothing. By changing the terminology slightly, I've managed to find this. It's on B&H, photo, video, audio, and this is what it is. Okay, so this is advertised to have 2 gigs of RAM, an AMD Turing 64-bit dual-core processor, which for the time must have been fantastic. NVIDIA GeForce Go graphics, we'll be sure to test that out. Vista Home Premium, and it weighs 4.5 pounds, which is right, because I've lifted this. Included stylus. Now, I do not have the included stylus, so I was just checking. Nope, I do not have it. So that's going to be interesting. I also don't have a charger, which is kind of why this is going to be like a 2-part video in the same video, if that makes sense. So you will see this power on, if it does. But literally, I can't find. This is the only thing online I can see for it. Talking about that, those are the only spec sheet I've got. So let's have a look at this. So let's start with the keyboard. The keyboard feels pretty good. Like, it's not the best laptop keyboard I've felt, but it's got enough travel. Obviously I can't test it as we speak right now, but we'll test that later on in this video. But this is very nice to type on. The trackpad, the trackpad feels, you know what, it feels quite, I don't really know how to explain it. It feels very, like, small, but that's normal for 2008. I'm pretty sure this is 2008. On the front of the computer, we've got a latch. We've got a Wi-Fi. That's not a button, so that might be a light. That might be an indicator. I don't know. But we've got 2 headphone jacks and a microphone input. That is fantastic, because this is clearly being advertised as an entertainment laptop. Well, you can't really see that well, but it's very, very attached to the taking it on a flight, and like, it's got a DVD drive as well. On this side of the laptop, we've got, I thought that was a PS2 port. It looks like an S-Video port, which is nuts. We've got an expansion port slot, which is brilliant, to be honest, because we never see that on modern laptops. VGA, which is pretty standard. Well, not really today. An RJ45. Sorry if the camera's not very focusing. USB port, which looks like USB 2, which, again, I'm not surprised. And, of course, we've got the DVD drive on the other side. And I think that's another expansion slot. I'm not sure what that is there. I'm not sure. And there's this thing on the side as well. I'm not sure what that does. But yeah, we are missing the stylus. And on the back, oh god, a cobweb. We got 2 USB ports and, oh my gosh, it's got a telephone jack for dial-up. Really showing its age there. And yeah, there's the stylus, which I don't have. On the back, we've got, it looks like our memory tray, because back then everything was upgradable. We've got my Lenovo, which is, the RAM is literally soldered onto the board, which I think is awful. Because what if I wanted to put 32 gigs of RAM in it? I can't. It would just have to get a new laptop, which I think is awful. But like the MacBooks though. Well, here, look, I don't know what that is. Here looks like the hard drive tray. I haven't checked and see if there's a hard drive in there, which I hope there is, because it doubles the it increases our chance massively of getting good drivers on this thing and getting it up and running properly. If it does have its drivers, then I'll image it for you guys. And the Wi-Fi card, which again is accessible. And it looks like the screws are labelled as well, so the keyboard is detachable, which I'm not sure if that's an upgrade thing or a repair thing. Probably a bit of both, to be honest. I'm not sure what upgrades, because there's nothing I can see online for this model. So I'm just taking the battery out. And interestingly enough, it's got a mass block missing. So there must be 2 cells. Well, there's the model. That interesting of you, because I know from past experience trying to find YouTube videos, trying to find every single little detail of something. However, what I do want to do is I want to see if this is the original. I'm pretty sure it's 250 or 320 gig hard drive. Yeah, 250 gigs SATA hard drive. I want to see if that's still in there. And also, I do know that I've got, because this apparently has one stick of 2 gig DDR2. I'll put another stick in because I've got another stick spare. So. Okay, I've just unscrewed the hard drive door, and there you go, popped off. It's one of those screws where they stay in, which is, oh, HP used to be good. Jeez. But this is interesting. But here's the hard drive, which is brilliant that it's in there. He uses a weird SATA thing, but I think it's an adapter. It's just the Western Digital one, 250 gigs, 2007. Yeah, so my guess of 2008 was right. So this is probably sold in 2008, which is actually incredible. And it's got Bluetooth as well. If that, this is all the model number. I'm not sure. I don't care about all the privacy stuff because I literally don't know if this works. And this isn't going to be a main machine or something. So the hard drive uses that. I'm so glad I got a hard drive because of this. Otherwise, it would have been such a pain. It looks like it uses a SATA adapter. So I can see in the light that there is proper SATA under there. It's just got this adapter on it for this motherboard. So, and there's like a little tab that goes under there. I really hope that has not been wiped. Because of the software and drivers, obviously, any personal information will be deleted instantly. Let's check the RAM. Okay, RAM dot unscrewed. Let's have a look. Ooh, we got 2 sticks. That is gold. I think I've only got 1 extra stick of 2. Let's find out. So these are 2 gig sticks. Oh, let me check the other one. Brilliant, these are 2 identical sticks. So that means we've got 4 gigs of RAM in this laptop, which for 2008 to 2007, you know what, that's brilliant. Okay, so I have the RAM back in. 4 gigs, that's a good upgrade. That means I don't have to buy RAM, which is brilliant. I'm fed up of spending money on RAM. Video about that soon. And to finish off the video, let's finish with this laptop's main gimmick. Let's put it like that. So it's kind of there. It kind of tells you what it is there. But just before we get to it, is that a fingerprint sensor? Again, no information online, so I could be wrong, but that looks to me like an old style fingerprint sensor. That would be pretty cool. And there's the stickers at the bottom. It's got light scribe, which means you can put a disc in and it will like label it for you. That's brilliant. That is how I might actually use this laptop for that sometimes because I still use discs. We've got a webcam. We've got 2 microphones, what it looks like. And we got 2 speakers there as well, and the HP logo. We got this really annoying latch which doesn't seem to work properly, which is always good to see. We've got volume buttons there. We've got media buttons here. We've got a DVD button and a refresh button. It looks to me, I'm just guessing. It might be a brightness key. We've got an okay, that's just a company. I don't know what that is. Old Tech Lands. Don't know what it is. To reduce. Okay, there's a safety risk thing guide there. And now, let's twist the screen. Whoa! That is literally this thing's gimmick. So apparently this runs Vista. That's all I know about the software. And it supports Windows Touch. Which, hopefully, with what I've heard, it does not need the stylus. The only stylus I've got is a modern Windows Ink compatible one, which I don't think Windows Vista supports Windows Ink as the modern one does. But I'm really, really excited to get this sorted out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this video as a separate video. So if any of you guys have got tips and tricks, please put them down below because they'll really, really help me. But other than that, it's got a manual latch for that as well. Other than that, we've got power. Okay, so a little bit has changed since the last segment, let's just say. It's been a couple of days. I've got a charger. And I've spent a little bit of time with this. It works. That's the main thing. I think there's an issue with the RAM because I took out a stick of RAM, so it's now back to 2 gigs. And it's just working a bit better now, so I don't know what happened before, but now it's at least working. Well, people, I have a problem. The power switch, which I can replace, I've just checked a YouTube video, which I will do, because I want to get this on again. is broken. That was not by user error. That is, I'll tell you what this was doing. At the start of the when I first got it on, it was force shutting itself down as if the power button was being held off. And then I realised that if I like put it in a certain way, but clearly it's just kicked the bucket, guys. So I will end this video here. It's really annoying actually, because I just bloody charged this so I could get a stopwatch going, so I could see how long this will take to boot up, because I know it's a long time. But never mind. Part 2 will come up when I get that board replaced. Anyway, thank you for watching and subscribe.